favorite restaurant? Okay, once you have your favorite restaurant in your head, think of what you're about to eat. You go, you're ready to have your nice, big, juicy steak, loaded baked potato. You get to the restaurant with your family. The waitress seats you, and she takes your order. Now, after all the water that you've been drinking, you want to go ahead and go to the restroom. And while you're in your stall, you hear somebody else come in after you. Okay, you finish your business, you go to the sink, and you're washing your hands. Now, the occupant of the other stall comes out, bypasses the sink, and walks out the front door. What do you think about that?
Ew.
Now go back to this image, okay? Go back, and you're sitting at your bench, and you're waiting for your meal. Now, today's a special day at the restaurant. The chefs are coming out and they're delivering your food to you, okay? They want to be more personable. The person that bypassed the sink in the restroom is now serving your plate right in front of you. Now what do? Do you eat your food? Do you say something? Are you going to take that chance of contaminating yourself with possible fecal matter that was on that person's hand? Why would you take that chance? Today there's a big problem. The spread of disease and bacteria is really high, not only in America, but in the whole world. After researching proper hygiene, the best way to avoid this spread of disease is by washing your hands. I ask that you all listen to the problems of not washing your hands, the causes, and some possible solutions. Now today, a huge problem is proper hand hygiene. What does that mean? It means that people are not washing their hands properly or not washing their hands at all. A major area that this is happening in is the healthcare, hospitals, nursing facilities. An article on naturalnews.com stated that doctors and nurses are not washing their hands 30 to 70% of the time. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention, they're recommending that we get this up to 90%. 90% of doctors need to wash their hands to help not spread diseases. Now, another thing for you to think about is by people not washing their hands, especially doctors and nurses, this is actually causing 247 deaths a day. 80% of infectious disease are transmitted by touch. What does that mean to you? It means that you can get a cold easier, flu, hepatitis A, UTIs. If you're in a hospital, the area, the site that you have a needle in can get infected. So now that we know about some of the problems, what are some causes? Well, 4 possible causes is time. Too many people are rushing. They don't take the time to just stop, wash your hands, dry them, and go. They try to put it off for a later time. Another problem could be in the hospital is the placement of the sink. You know, it can be further away from the room. So if you do wash your hands, by the time you reach the door, you've already infected your hands. Every place has bacteria in it. A third issue could be dirty sink. If you're in a public restroom and there's dirt on the sink, are you really going to wash your hands in there? Some people don't. They completely skip it. And then a fourth possible cause is that you just don't know the proper way. You know, you can't just rinse your hand under water and think that that's washing your hands. So now that we know about the problems and some possible causes, what are some solutions? What is a plan? Well, the first part of this plan is just commit yourself to be clean. Clean your hands. Another thing would be to fix sinks. The hospitals are already starting to make sinks closer to the doors to, prevent the distance between the sink and the door. And another thing is just to know when to wash your hands. Wash them before you prepare a meal. Wash them after you pet your dogs. Wash them after you blow your nose. These are like common sense things that you should know. If you feel like your hands are dirty or the thought just crosses your mind, go wash your hands because there's a good chance that your hands are already dirty. According to CBSNews.com, 95% of people are not washing your hands correctly. The correct way, if you do it right with soap and water, is to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. You can count the ABCs or sing the happy birthday song a couple of times. That way you know you're doing it right. So in conclusion, I'd like to state that too many people are at risk. It's a really easy fix. Wash your hands, 20 seconds. We know the problems. We know some of the causes. Now make the commitment to fix it. Do not be a part of that 95%. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.